Welcome to Becoming Saiyans.
A Dragon Ball rewatch podcast.
And we're back. How's your week been, Jess?
It's been pretty good. I got some cool medical news and stuff like that.
Yeah.
For the most part, it's been relaxing and working, like as always.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm glad to hear it. It's been, pretty nice week over here for me too. Got some good news today, and so that's boosting the mood going into these two episodes. Oh, by the way, this is Becoming Saiyans, a Dragon Ball rewatch podcast. I'm Truman,
And I'm Jessie.
and the last two episodes we watched today, the two episodes that we watched were the Ox King on Fire Mountain and the Kamehameha Wave.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Two pretty good episodes, I have to say.
Yeah, I enjoyed them. And real quick, I'm going to jump into some trivia on the two episodes.
No recap?
We'll get to the recap
Okay.
after the trivia. So number one, the first thing is debuts of stuff. In the first episode, we had the debut of the Ox King and his daughter named Chi-Chi.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the second episode, we had the debut of the Kamehameha Wave. And then jumping into some trivia. In the first episode, this is the first episode to feature a decapitation, was the first fact.
It kind of just comes out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm. This is also the first time someone who's not Goku has been seen flying on the Flying Nimbus.
Yeah.
So the first episode where someone shows a romantic interest in Goku. According to Chi-Chi, Yamcha is the first person to say that he loves Chi-Chi. This is the first time where Goku's weakness is shown. And beginning in this episode, the 1986 to present Fuji TV logo has now appeared in the opening credits. Then moving into the Kamehameha Blast on their trivia, this is the first time that the Kamehameha is used and the first appearance of Roshi's Master Power form. When he disrobes, back and shoulders are covered in various medical patches, which are never seen again whenever he is shirtless or exposed shoulders. And for some reason, right before he shoots it, a white circle is drawn around Roshi's hand. This never again occurs when this is ever used. Many times throughout this episode, Bulma appears wearing no blue tights and instead has bare skin. This is the last non-filler appearance of Chi-Chi as a kid. When Goku fires the Kamehameha, apparently they drew two right hands instead of a right and a left hand. And that's about the main trivia that we have off of the wiki for it.
Nice.
Jumping into a recap. Going back into the recap, I'll jump us into it since I kind of do a little more succinct one, if that's all right.
Yeah, I figured from here on out, I figured you would probably take over the recaps because
Yeah, you kind of rambled and kind of took out a lot of the talking points in your recap.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try to keep it pretty bare bones.
Again, I'm one of the type of people who's just like I want to say everything on my mind as soon as I get into that rambling mode.
Oh, I get you. I'll just take it from here. Previously on Dragon Ball. The crew, the gang, are all driving to the Ox King's castle on Fire Mountain, followed behind by Yamcha and Puar. As they show up there, they are greeted with the Ox King's impenetrable fire. Oolong tells a little bit of a story. Goku tries to fly through the fire, catches his tail on fire, has to jump into the water to cool himself off. Yamcha and Puar run into a mysterious girl who kills a dinosaur, and then he knocks her out. Comes to find out that is actually the Ox King's daughter, Chi-Chi. The Ox King, after figuring out it was a bit of a misunderstanding with Bulma and Oolong, sends Goku to go find his daughter and to go get Master Roshi to use the Kamehameha Blast or the Bansho fan, to blow out the fire. And then on our B plot, you have Pilaf, May, and Shu getting struck by lightning because they didn't bring the Dragon Balls back.
Yeah.
Going into the next episode, Roshi realizes or makes a deal with Goku that Bulma takes a walk with him and he'll come back, but that he threw away the Bansho fan, and so he's gonna have to do something else to put out the fire. Mm-hmm. So they fly separately back to the Fire Mountain. Roshi shows off the Kamehameha Wave, which Goku's able to mimic after seeing one time. They gather the Dragon Ball and they're on their way, and that's what happened in these last two episodes of Dragon Ball. Yeah. You want to lead us off on your first thoughts?
First thoughts. Let me get to this. Immediately, the first thoughts from both episodes is how long are we gonna keep Bulma in the bunny suit?
Yeah, for sure.
I have to question that. It's like I was like, okay, going into the episode, the first episode that we watched. I'm like, okay, well, she's still in it, whatever. And then you get to the second episode, it's like she's still in the bunny suit, which I get why, because there's nowhere for her to change clothes.
Yeah, like where's she gonna get clothes at? They're in the middle of the desert, and then like by a burning castle,
by a burning empty village and castle and everything. So like it makes sense, but it's still just like, man, she hasn't scavenged. She hasn't spent any time scavenging other clothes yet.
Yeah, they could have maybe taken a second out of that episode, out of the first episode, to her find some outfit to put on.
And then for Chi-Chi, it's like she's a child and she's wearing practically nothing.
Yeah, I mean, she's also wearing like warrior clothes.
Yeah, she's wearing like warrior princess clothes.
It kind of looks like, like when you have the RPG games and you have like a guy who's decked out in like a full knight's armor.
Yeah, you have like the rogue the rogue dude who's like all cloaks and everything, and then you look over at the warrior woman and it's just like
wearing nothing.
I'm covering everything that's important. Yeah. You're covering nothing. Everything that's important.
Yeah, exactly. She's wearing like a metal outfit, a metal lingerie to keep her bits covered.
Everything covered. But it's still just like she's like got to be Goku's age.
Yeah, she's probably around that 8 to 10 year old range too.
About where we estimated he was at.
Yeah. I thought my first note that I wrote down just to get us on track with that first episode was, man, Yamcha is not being very secretive. He's literally like 2 cars behind them. Like if there were car links, like he's 2 car links behind them.
Like he's not even aren't you supposed to follow like 3 car links? He's not even a safe distance back.
Yeah, they're literally like if they looked in their rear view once, they'd be like, "Huh, that guy's following us."
Yeah, it's especially awkward and like not secretive because no one else is on the road. We have yet to see
out in the middle of
the
nowhere.
only vehicles we've ever seen in this show are driven by like the main cast, like Bulma, Goku, and them, and Yamcha, and then I think Shu and May and Pilaf had like a plane that became a boat and all that stuff.
Yeah, the bird.
Yeah, but we have not seen a single car.
No.
Granted, it seems we are out on like the outskirts of humanity.
We're in BFE right now.
Yeah, we're out in the Oklahoma Panhandle. That's where we're at right now.
For sure. I also thought that like that little scene with Mei, Shu, and Pilaf was probably a pretty good part. It's just every time they show up, you're just ready for some laughs because they're like, "Oh man, I really hope that he's really nice to us this time." And then they like joke about what he's gonna say. Then they walk in there. Yeah, they walk in there and he's like, "Oh, this is exactly what I'm gonna say." "Oh, really? No, you idiots!"
Yeah,
it shocks them. And then shocks himself with the fork. Like,
it's great that not only are they the bad guys, but they're also really good comic relief. It's like, hey, we need to lighten the mood a little bit. We need a break from the main trio.
Let's see what these
guys are doing. Let's see what the bad guys are doing.
It's really like, again, comparing anime to anime, the Jesse James Meowth is what I get a big vibe off.
Yeah, I feel like if you can feel the influence.
Yeah, Pilaf is Meowth, and Jesse and James are Mei and Shu.
Yeah, like you definitely feel that influence from this. Like going back and looking at Pokemon, you're like, oh yeah, this is kind of where they get the idea of the Team Rocket.
Yeah, I mean, Thing looks like a thing is not very good, like not very like hard hitting critiques, but it's like. Thing looks like a thing.
It's like it's another part of like there's subtle influence everywhere. Like you look at most animes and even like regular TV shows. A lot of the time, there's at least the thought like you could make a connection of influence, whether the influence is true or truly from Dragon Ball or not.
Yeah,
Dragon Ball has secretively influenced things. I think.
Yeah, like in one of our previous episodes when we talked about we were talking about the transformation with Oolong, and you pointed out that it takes 5 minutes, and me bringing up the whole Ditto thing, and it working kind of like Ditto's imposter, but also like 5 minutes and 5 moves. Like it's crazy, like how like even like baseline stuff like that,
weird, like funny rules that kind of get transferred around.
Looks like a thing. I also had that we got more potty humor. We got another Piggy. We haven't had Piggy in a little bit.
Yeah, had Piggy for like about 2 episodes.
Yeah, probably probably 2 or 3 episodes.
Yeah.
They
So
haven't
we
a
hadn't had a
Piggy.
piggy since the first time it showed up.
Yeah, which
And
I
she
thought that
did
was
it.
kind of nice. Like, oh look, they remember stuff.
And then we also got him pissing himself when the Ox King
Yeah,
showed
the
up.
second episode, he got so scared he peed himself. Yeah.
Oh
no, that was the first episode.
That was first episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was
Like 10 minutes
crazy that we had a decapitation. Just straight up like.
Not only decapitation, but she also blew it up with like a beam.
First things first, I'm gonna chop the dinosaur's head off. Second, I'm gonna vaporize the whole thing.
Yeah, it'll vaporize the dinosaur. And then I'm not supposed to talk to strangers, and almost vaporizes Yamcha.
And then Yamcha beats her with one punch.
Yeah, Yamcha just beats her over the head, just knocks out a child. I also love his reaction as soon as he learns that she's the Ox King's daughter. He's like, he's gonna kill us. we gotta go fix this.
We're gonna die. We gotta fix this right now. And so he goes back and he's like, I love you. He reminded me of Patrick being like, don't come on too strong. I love you. Yeah.
you gotta come on a little strong, Patrick. I love you. No, that's strong.
Yeah. And she's like, oh boy, you love me? Well, I've never had a boy love me before.
Yeah, I love that we have the opposite gender version of Goku a little bit with kind of the. I feel like she is still more aware because she.
She's much more aware.
She's more aware of how the world works, but she's also obviously kind of has a pure soul because she can ride on the cloud.
Can ride on the cloud. That makes her a pure soul.
And she just is a little airheady in other aspects of life than Goku necessarily is.
Yeah, I also like that we get some more lore about Gohan and Roshi and stuff.
Yeah.
Where it's and I guess did we know Roshi's name before this episode? I know we said it, but did we ever get his actual name?
I don't know.
Or did we just assume, we just knew it was Roshi because it's in the name of the episode?
Honestly, it could be either or.
Yeah, but either way.
Let's get a secret. It's been... I sometimes have a bad memory when it comes to remembering what I've watched, which is why it's great to have the podcast and then go back and listen to what I said, and listen to stuff. But also, it's I do, because I think he just called. Well, I think he was Turtle Hermit Roshi.
Yeah,
I think he said he's
Turtle Hermit.
Yeah, I think he didn't refer to himself as Master Roshi. Maybe the turtle did.
Yeah,
maybe the turtle called him that because I know he says he's like a turtle hermit, and he might say his name, but.
I like that Goku likes strong people. He sees a challenge and he's like, this is fun. I might not be able to win this fight, but I enjoy this fight because it's fun to fight. Which is, that's just kind of fun. For somebody who's so pure and naive and doesn't like hurting people, it's when he finds somebody he can't really hurt, he's like, this is fun. I can let loose.
It's not to compare it to outside things, but it's how in the new Superman movie, I've seen that clip where he learns that let the people he's fighting and take his punches, and it's oh, now I get to have fun.
Yeah, it's
that's what it feels like with Goku. Where he's I just gotta finish this fight. He's kind of bored fighting
when
people
he's fighting the bear with the axe. He's like, oh man, this is even fun. I'm standing on his axe and there's nothing he can do about it. Yeah. I guess I'll just punch him. But then he fights Yamcha and he's like, ooh, Yamcha can fight a little bit. He can actually do this.
And then obviously he fights he's trying to punch the Ox King. I'm like, I can't do anything.
Yeah, and he punched probably about as hard as he could punch. And I was like, this did nothing.
Yeah, he's just. I think he's what do you call him? Solid as a rock, or this dude is a rock.
Yeah, he was like, man, this guy's a rock.
Yeah, it's like Goku embraces a challenge, which is awesome. I mean, I guess if you're going to be a successful fighter like that, in a universe like this, you kind of have to embrace punching up in weight. Yeah, because that's how you're going to build strength.
Yeah, and it's just really cool. And then getting into some of the lore, the Ox King and Gohan, which is Goku's grandpa, in case you didn't remember. Yes. They were,
training buddies.
They trained underneath Master Roshi together. So, this all comes together where it's oh, we're friends now.
Yeah, within a minute
they're
of
fighting,
them,
and he's
fighting.
Wait a minute. You have the Nimbus Cloud. There's only one person who can get that.
Yeah, you have the cloud, and you have the pole. Puts two and two together. It's oh, we're going to be the best buds.
Yeah. And Goku just is totally down, and everybody's like, what?
Yeah, everyone, Yamcha, Oolong, Puar, Bulma, they're all just what is going on here?
And Goku's like, best friend! Look, I got a new friend. His name is Ox King. And Oolong's like, this guy's the scariest thing in the world. I'm peeing myself. And Goku's like, hi, man.
It's like high five. Yeah. Like within seconds. It's like it's a perfect description of like male friendship. It's like you can just hate a dude for your entire life, but you find that one thing you have in common. And it's like, dude, this man's awesome. I love this dude. I'll die for this man.
Yeah.
And it's like perfect.
And it reminds me of like grade school me, because I used to have this like bully in grade school back at like the daycare we used to go to. And we never really got along, and then one day we got into like a full-on fist fight. We both ended up getting sent home early. But the next day we came back, and we were just like, hey,
I respect you.
I like you.
Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta punch it. Sometimes you just gotta go to fisticuffs to realize you respect a person.
Yeah, guys being dudes, sometimes you just gotta punch a person.
Like that's the true version of just dudes being dudes.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta you just gotta be like two rams ramming into each other, and that's how you fix your problems.
Or deer, like anything with antlers, just fighting. Yeah.
We also got some things that might help set up how maybe Pilaf is able to win this in the end. We found out when Goku goes to get Chi-Chi, because following the path, they make friends. Oxygen's like, I sent my daughter Chi-Chi to go find Roshi,
which is where Yamcha freaks out, like, oh no.
Yeah. So then Yamcha bolts to go wakes her up, does the whole hello, I love you. And then he sees Goku coming, so he hides, and then she grabs Goku by the tail to get up on the cloud. And Goku's like, all of my power is gone for a little bit, and I get really out of it when somebody grabs my tail. And Yamcha is able to hear that. So that might set up how they can peel off and then can
hold their own, I guess, Goku.
If you have one vital weak spot, that is the Achilles heel.
Yeah, the Achilles tail.
Yeah, in this point, the Achilles tail. That does make it a little bit easier for you to be manipulated and taken down.
So, I mean, everyone's got to have a weakness. I mean, that's why Superman has kryptonite.
Yeah.
Batman has remembering his parents.
Yeah. Batman has trauma.
Batman has Where's Martha.
Green Lanterns for a while had the color yellow.
Yeah. What's some other good ones?
Trying
to think.
The Flash has ice for a while.
Yeah.
Literally, he just gets struck by ice and it just puts him down.
What's your favorite color of kryptonite?
My favorite color, probably I really like red kryptonite, but in Smallville, because in Smallville, when Clark runs into red kryptonite, he just gets turned into a big d-bag. He just walks around. He's just
bad person.
Yeah. He's like, I don't. What are you even talking about, man? And he's like, I'm gonna go play football. And they're like, Clark, we told you can't play football. He's like, what's the worst that could happen? He throws a football 7 miles. He's jumping around, running super fast, and they're like, Clark, you're gonna expose yourself. He's like, who cares? I'm so strong, nothing can stop me anyway.
Yeah, I don't know who's gonna stop me. No,
I thought this was America.
My favorite color of kryptonite is old, first appearance pink kryptonite.
Yeah,
when it would turn him gay.
Yeah,
it just turned super. It's like who came up with that idea? Who was sitting at DC and was like, you know what? We need a new color of kryptonite. Let's make one that's gay, that's pink, and make some gay.
Yeah, they were doing some crazy stuff.
It's that age. It's that age. Yeah,
that's Silver Age. There's one comic of Superman, which is pretty popular, one most people know, where it's before he even starts the issue. It's the beginning panel of the issue is him dragging 7 different planets, and he's like, putting them back in rotation. It's
I remember that.
That just happened in between 2 comics.
Yeah.
And it's what?
That was a transition. He was like, okay, going on to the main story.
Yeah. But to get us back on track real quick, I know we got off there for a little bit, but the last thing I have to say about the first episode is that the crotch slap returns, but this time he kind of pats with his foot.
Yeah, he kicks it a little bit, mostly because his hands are full, and then Chi-Chi, because that's who he does it to. Chi-Chi, rightfully so, smacks him off of the cloud. And then it hurts him. And she also then subsequently, not knowing how to drive the cloud, drives into a rock formation.
Yeah.
So they're both hurting.
Yeah, and I think that rock formation is the same formation from the Yamcha episode.
Yeah, they're over the desert where they fought Yamcha.
And then,
is it Yamcha or Yamcha?
Yamcha.
I think they say Yamcha in the show.
Potato, tomato.
Yeah.
And then in the next episode, like we talked about earlier, we finally get the Kamehameha wave. I'm glad you didn't get to see that episode title because that would have given it away.
Did not spoil it. Yeah, luckily Crunchyroll worked and did not spoil the episode title, so that's good.
And then the first note I have is Chi-Chi just freaking impales Roshi. She's like, I don't believe this guy is as strong as he looks.
I can't blame Chi-Chi for the thought process.
Yeah, he's
because if you hear all the stories, because I'm sure her dad's telling her all these stories about Master Roshi's this big, strong master of martial arts. He can beat me in a fight easily. I could never win against him. He was the best. And then she shows up, and this is this old dude wearing a turtle shell on his back.
Yes, I'm Master Roshi.
like when they show up, not only is he an old dude wearing a turtle shell on his back, he's an old dude wearing a turtle shell on his back, sweeping the beach with the broom.
Yeah, and then like when Goku talks about like her dad being the Ox King, he just like wanders off and has like one of those moments.
Yeah, starts rambling in the corner.
Yeah, the old man is just like be like, oh yes, back in the day, this is what this is what happened back in the day, and he's just like standing off to the side, not even talking to him anymore. Yeah, he just walked off.
He walks to like the other side, like behind the house, basically.
Yeah. Good times. She's like, yeah.
Yeah, she throws it like, Master Roshi would dodge this. Throws like the weird axe thing that she decapitated the dinosaur with. Yeah. He turns around. And it looks like he's about to like, do some stuff.
To be fair, he did recognize it was coming and went to block it with his staff and like hit it before it hit him in the head.
Yeah.
It just so happens that his staff is made of wood and that thing is made of metal and it looks kind of like an axe. And what does axe do to wood?
It cut.
Yeah.
It cut good.
It cut right through that wood.
It impaled right into his bald old head.
Yeah. Then, we get the whole joke of like, look, see, it's me. And he holds up a driver's license. So apparently he has a driver's license.
Yeah, apparently this old man can legally drive.
He has no car.
Which does scare me. Yeah, because he doesn't have a vehicle to drive.
Yeah, he doesn't have a car. He lives out in the middle of nowhere. Like, there's no
Maybe it's a boating license. Maybe beat SpongeBob,
Maybe it's a boating license. Yeah. And then the next thing I have is the Fountain of Youth exists.
Yeah, I was about to point that out. I was like, he just casually drops a one-liner the turtle does talking to Roshi. He's like, I mean, you drunk from the Fountain of Youth. You're not going to die anytime soon. Yeah. You Shaka. Like, he like complains about it.
Yeah. Don't ruin my fun.
Yeah.
Because, part of the deal, which is we're getting back into Roshi being gross. Part of the deal is, yes, I'll help you with the Bancho fan, but you got to let Bulma take a moonlight stroll with me, and whatever happens. And Goku, being the naive boy he is like, sure, it's just a walk. Like, what's a big deal?
Well, why would she say no?
Yeah.
Everyone else knowing why she's going to say no.
And that's where I put that he's a ridiculous old kook, because then he goes to look for the Bancho fan, and he's like, you were using, and he asks the turtle where it's at, and the turtle goes like, well, you were using it as a doormat. And he's like, oh, I spilt juice on it.
It goes like something like some sort of mat.
Yeah. Oh, I spilled juice on it, and it was all sticky, so I threw it away. And it's like, you old kook, what are you doing?
You stupid idiot.
It's like, he can't give out the flying carpet because he's into the dry cleaners.
Yeah.
He can't give out the Bancho fan because he threw it
away.
Threw
in the trash.
Yeah.
By the way, who's coming? Where does your trash go? Who comes to collect trash?
We don't have time to figure this out. He flies on baby Gamela, which is Gamela. It's like, okay, so he does a tilt-a-whirl with his trash to the nearest city and throws it away. Or does he just like throw it in the ocean? He's the reason why that we have all the trash islands in the ocean.
Yeah, the trash heap. No, what I do love though is like how casual he can be with these like magical artifacts, because it's just like he could just casually use one as like a rug or whatever, and then just throw it away and not even second guess.
Yeah.
That it's a magical item. Like how many magical items does this dude have?
Well, I mean, we don't know how old he is now that there's a Fountain of Youth involved.
Yeah.
He could be thousands of years old. Maybe when he got it, Bancho fans were like a dime a dozen.
Yeah.
He just had the last Bancho fan because all the rest of them got destroyed.
Because everyone else spilled sticky stuff and threw them in the trash.
Yeah. He's been around for millennia. He used to have 30. He just keeps getting them dirty.
Yeah, he keeps spilling his apple juice or his he's an old man. He probably drinks prune juice. Mm-hmm. He's spilling the prune juice on him and throwing him in the trash.
And
Like
so,
it's insane. Like he has a magic carpet, he has the Nimbus cloud, he has the banjo fan that can confirm.
yeah.
He obviously knows where the Fountain of Youth is because he drunk out of it
Yeah.
at least once.
He also knows of like a taxi turtle spinning turtle service.
Yeah, well, he might just own him. I don't even know that.
Yeah.
It might just be another animal that he owes a debt to him.
Yeah.
Which also is really funny because it makes him super dizzy.
Yeah, that was pretty great. When he gets off and the Ox King runs up to him and is like, "Master," and he just like falls over.
Yeah, he just falls backwards.
And he's got the circles in his eyes. I did not like, again, with Roshi. Every time he comes up, it seems like it's cool stuff, funny stuff about him, and then it's like, oh yeah, and then he also coerces a Niner into taking a walk/date with him. Because it's either that or I go home. And it's like, wow.
Yeah, again, as I wrote down myself, I'm like, if Master Roshi wasn't a perv, he would be a way more lovable character because he does like some really cool, funny things.
Yeah, the whole again, it's like 5 minutes where you riffed about funny stuff about Roshi, and now we have to be like, oh yeah, but he also still sucks.
Coming back down to earth.
This
man has problems, but also he lives in isolation. And the turtle did point out that like he can't have a relationship. Yeah. Due to like his oath he took, I guess, when he became the master of the martial arts and stuff. So like I guess he's probably been lonely for so long that like that's the excuse of why he is the way that he is. But it's not a good enough excuse.
Yeah, like we said with the Fountain of Youth thing, he could be millennia old. Like he could be thousands of years old. And Bulma is a child.
Yeah, Bulma's probably what we said at most 16.
We said anywhere from 16 to 18.
Yeah. But Bulma at best is barely legal in air quotes.
Yeah.
But with the possibly thousands of years age gap, still not legal.
Yeah. But my next point after we get past the Roshi's creepy is he's also a zaddy. Oh man.
Yeah, when he powered up, I'm like, darn.
Oh.
Everyone's just like, ho. Yeah. Just keeps going.
Like it said, he has a bunch of weird stuff on his back that we'd never see again.
Yeah, a bunch of like medical stuff.
Yeah, it's like he's wearing like bandages and he also has weird holes in his back. But like we never see them again. It's just like there for one time and then he just powers up and it's like even Yamcha knows about the Kamehameha wave. He's like, oh man, this guy's
about
the
to do
Kamehameha guy.
He's about to do it.
He's going to use all of his latent energy to shoot a blast out of energy, which is technically the second blast of energy we've seen in the show, but is the first big one.
Yeah, the first big. Like, I mean, what's the other blast of energy we saw?
Chi-Chi.
Yeah, Chi-Chi's.
Vaporizes the
yeah,
dinosaur.
that's what I thought. I was like, are we talking about the Chi-Chi like headdress?
Yeah, she shoots out a laser that shoots powerful stuff across the world. Like she's able to vaporize a dinosaur. But then we get the Kamehameha, and it's like, okay, so this is different than that. Like
the whatever comes out of her head is probably like some sort of like lasery thing that's like built in as like an ability of the headdress.
Yeah.
This is purely just something you have to learn.
Yeah. My next note was just saying we should do our own Kamehameha. Because I thought it would be fun.
No.
Kame.
Do you really want me to do that?
Yeah, I'm waiting.
Coming.
See, I mean, what kind of Dragon Ball show doesn't have a Kamehameha blast?
Yeah. I hope I didn't hurt anybody's ears with that.
That's okay. We told them we were doing
You told them it was coming.
They had a time to lower their volume.
Yeah.
A funny thing that happens, bringing back in Roshi being just kind of crazy, though, is he obliterates the whole mountain.
Yeah, he solved the fire problem. He did the thing he was told to do. Yeah. It's what was that TikTok sound was like, good news. What is it like? There's like no more problems in London.
Yeah.
Bad news. There's no more London.
Yeah.
It's like good news. There's no fire on the fire mountain. Bad news. There's no fire mountain at all.
Or your castle.
Yeah, everything's destroyed. That's right. Like good news. There's no more plague. bad news. There's no more London. That's the sound.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll figure it out. It'll come to me. I watch enough TikTok.
And then we get to the big point where it's like, you know, you've got Goku being like, oh boy, can I learn how to use the blast? And he's like, yes, but it'll take you 50 years. We cut to them digging up the ball, Oolong and Bulma out there digging up the ball. And
Which I would like to point out before we move on. I lean over to Truman after like he says the 50 years thing of like Goku learning Kamehameha. It's like it's gonna take him like 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Like I said it before what happens later in the episode. Yeah. I did say that out loud. He can't confirm.
Yeah, he for sure he was like, so what? We're thinking like 2 episodes.
It's gonna take him like 2 episodes. Like a 2-episode training arc to learn this.
We go to the next part where Bulma and Oolong are out, and she points out that it has short range, medium range, long range, extra long range on her transporter,
which is really handy. That's makes it a lot easier to find things.
Yeah, and so they're able to find it in the castle, and then the next thing you see is Goku being like, "Time to practice," and he goes, Kamehameha. He shoots out a weak one, but it
destroys their car.
Destroy the car, and he's like, "Oh man, it wasn't strong enough to. It wasn't as strong as Roshi's." Yeah, and everybody else is like, "What?
What?
Use the blast?"
Did you guys see on that? Like rubbing eyes almost.
Which Jessie immediately laughed because he was like, "Maybe it's not even gonna take 2 episodes."
Yeah, I was like, what? It take like a minute or 2. He figured it out. He figured it out in like 2 seconds.
Yeah. And the next thing I have written down before we get to our last main talking point, I've got, just to wrap up the rest of the episode. Everyone in this world believes in a reward system. Ox King gets the fire gone, so he gives them a car, which is
the Dragon Ball.
And the Dragon
But
Ball.
Technically,
they'd already gave up the deal that the fire goes away, you get the Dragon Ball.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was like. He like adds in the extra bonus, like, well, you got it fixed.
Yeah, and he's also like, you were such a good boy, you found my Chi-Chi. Yeah. Here, you can have a car now.
Yeah, you're a good person. which is also setting it up really nice. It's like, yeah, as long as Goku's just a good person, which Goku is a good person, they're gonna get a lot of free stuff.
Yeah, the goodness of the world gets rewarded. Yeah, which is like so nice to see when we live in a world where the goodness of people, constantly gets pooped on and thrown away. Yeah. It's like nice seeing a show where it's like, if you're a good person, good things happen.
Yeah, it's definitely like a big lesson that this show wants to portray is like being good. Yeah, it doesn't cost you anything. Like no one's paying you to be a good person, but being good does pay.
Yeah, it's not that Goku has it easy when he's being a nice person. Like, the first time we see him be a nice person, he grabs the turtle and takes the turtle to the ocean, which takes them like a whole day off of their trip, right?
Yeah, it basically takes them like what would be the equivalent of like probably
a half a day diversion, which then adds like another day to their trip because he's going the opposite direction. Yeah. But it pays off because he gets the Nimbus Cloud and a Dragon Ball.
Yeah, and also gets to become friends with Master Roshi,
and he meets Roshi.
Turns out pretty good.
Yeah. The next time we see a nice thing is like he's nice to the Ox King.
Well, the next nice thing is he helps out with the village.
Yeah,
where
Oolong's he helps out with the village, and he again gets a Dragon Ball, and he also makes a kind of sort of friend out of Oolong.
Yeah, Oolong's definitely like
he's at least a party member at this point.
Yeah, like he's definitely
a friend.
Growing into Bulma and Goku are definitely Goku especially is growing on Oolong purely because Oolong's like, oh, if I stick with this kid, I'm never gonna die.
Yeah, I'm safe as long as this boy's around.
This man became friends with the Ox King in 30 seconds. I don't think this kid is ever gonna lose.
He also the only time he's lost a fight was because he's hungry. So I guess as long as I feed him, we never have to worry about it.
As long as we can give this man food, I have shelter and safety.
Yeah, and speaking of Oolong, moving into Oolong, not to get us back off track of the niceness thing, which is, in general, it's great to have a show.
Not Oolong. Oolong, not nice person.
But it's nice to have like a world where it's like you do a good thing and a good thing happens.
Yeah. It's good. It's good. Like, that's how it should be.
And it feels nice to watch. Like
it's heartwarming.
Yeah, and Goku just being a nice person is like helped him in so many of these situations. Like, it didn't really help with Yamcha, or Yamcha. It hasn't helped yet. But, like, who's to say it won't in the future? Or who's to say it won't help with Pilaf in the future? You know?
Pilaf would probably say it doesn't help Pilaf in the future.
Yeah, but
he doesn't seem like a very receptive. Doesn't seem very receptive to being nice.
Yeah, I just like the idea, and I like you bringing up the Superman correlation, because I do think there's a big correlation between them.
Yeah,
in general, there's a big correlation between Goku and Superman.
But being nice.
Yeah, but just in general, you can point to a bunch of stuff from a different planet.
It feels very obvious that Akira probably got introduced to Superman, because Superman did come out before this.
Yeah,
Superman
came out 50 years before this.
When it came out, his first comic run was in the 30s. 20s or 30s.
Yeah, it was in the 30s.
Action Comics. Maybe?
Action Comics number 1, I think, was 1932.
Yeah, so he came out early enough that he was able to punch Nazis about 10 years later.
Yeah.
So, but it definitely feels like if there's two ginormous influences on the show that Akira took, Superman for just Goku's character, and then Journey to the West as kind of an idea of some of the powers and the story and stuff. There's obviously probably more that we don't know, but those are the two that we know really well and can point at and be like, it's very obvious.
And I just really enjoy the fact that Superman, the Superman movie, to date us, we I don't know, have you seen it yet?
I have not. If there's a couple movies I need to see that have come out recently that I haven't seen. Superman, and Fantastic, and then obviously Thunderbolts. I gotta see. Talking about just
Thunderbolts
pure.
Is on Disney Plus now, so you
is
can
it on
watch
Disney
it.
Plus? Okay, might have to look at it into that.
I just love I've seen the new Superman movie, and literally there's a whole thing in there where where him and Lois are having a discussion, and it's Lois being you can't be punk rock. You see the goodness in everybody. And he said maybe seeing the goodness in everybody and being kind to everybody is punk rock now.
Yeah.
And it's maybe kindness is punk rock. And then we've got Goku, and I know it's set 40 years in the past from where we are currently, because it's set in 80s, the 80s. But it's and Goku's doing the same thing where he's I'm nice to people because being nice doesn't cost me anything. And it also helps that I'm the strongest person in the world.
It also helps that it's very obvious his grandpa, Gohan, instilled in him being a good person.
Yeah, being good to people.
Regardless of how good of a person Gohan is, we don't know a whole lot about him.
Yeah,
we're only 8 episodes in.
So far.
What we know about him is that he trained Goku. He died a long time ago.
Goku believes he's in the Dragon Ball.
Goku believes he's in the Dragon Ball, and Gohan trained under Roshi with the Ox King.
Yeah, and
that's about everything we know.
And they both when Goku tells Roshi that his Gohan is dead, Roshi looks genuinely sad by that situation.
That's probably the most non pervy emotion you see Roshi really have so far in the show is when he learns Gohan's dead. He's oh, I'm sorry to hear that, young man. It hurt him a little bit. I'm
genuinely sorry to hear that he's gone.
It visibly hurt Roshi to learn that news, which probably tells you almost all you need to know about Gohan. When he had that much respect and admiration from Roshi of all people.
Yeah. And that, the Ox King also brings
up. The Ox King also brings up,
he's also Gohan was awesome. He was, my best friend. He was the first student that Roshi has ever had.
Yeah. And Ox King was the second.
Yeah.
And apparently it seems like Goku's the third.
We don't know how many between Ox King and Gohan have happened.
It's a safe bet that Goku's probably still single digits.
Yeah.
Because obviously he gets recruited by Roshi at the end of this episode.
Yeah. And then the last thing that happened in this episode before we jump into starting to wrap down on this episode was Oolong finally gets back at Bulma a bit.
Yes.
But in the same situation, questionable stuff starts to happen. Because at least it's not actually Bulma. Okay?
Yes.
At least it's not actually Bulma.
We can take solace in knowing Oolong is, from what we can gather,
of age.
But he's a pig, but he's of age.
But at the same breath, I didn't ask you this. He's dressing up as a 16 to 18-year-old girl, him doing pretty naughty stuff that I also read in our trivia facts. I didn't read it out because I didn't think it was super cool. But apparently that was originally edited out of the English version of the show.
Understandably.
He flashes
Roshi. Yeah, he flashes
But, like,
Roshi.
again, Oolong is an adult, but he's doing it out of a child's body. So it's like, where does the morality go on this?
The morality goes to exactly where you think it does with these characters, because they both suck. They're both creeps.
Yeah.
They're both awful people.
And it really feels like Oolong, he's being like the grossest thing.
He's being a pig.
Yeah.
But Tish,
Yeah.
like I think it's a very judging, looking at what he's done in the last couple of episodes, since we met him, it's definitely definitely wasn't
fall into the revenge blank scenario.
Yes. But just looking at everything he's done, it's very obvious that Akira purposely made him a pig, so he could. So it was like, oh, he's being a pig because he's a pig. He's a pig because he's a pig. Yeah. That's why Akira made him a pig. Yeah. It seems very obvious that that's an artistic, purposeful choice. Yeah. Because it's very pig behavior to do exactly what he did at the end of this episode.
Yeah. And then, just leading into the next episode, they take off to go find the last Dragon Ball with Yamcha and Puar following behind them because they also have a hover car. Yeah,
they get a hover car.
Yeah, the Ox King gives them a hover car to as a goodwill gesture towards Goku for being such a nice guy. Goku and Chi-Chi have a little bit of a talk where they're like, "Will you think about me?" And he's like, "I guess you're nice." And she's like, "Oh my gosh, you think so nice." And then he's like, "Will you think about me?" And she's like, "Every day."
Yep. Goku's got an admirer that's not so secret, but Goku's so oblivious to it that it is a secret to him.
Yeah. I also find it crazy that the Ox King, after knowing Goku for 30 seconds, just getting up fighting. Not to be like, guys being dudes the bros to bros thing, that's cool. But then he'd being like, "Do you want to date my daughter?"
Yeah.
And it's like,
I will say, Goku, I would let Goku date my daughter.
Yeah.
I think if there's one person so far in the show, you're like, that's daughter dating material, it's Goku. Yeah. Obviously, he's got to grow a little bit more, stuff.
I also really enjoyed that, Yamcha, I know he ended up immediately backpedaling on it when it came to trying to get Chi-Chi to wake up and, not hate him. But, going to, I wouldn't, Puar's like, "She's a pretty girl. Why didn't it affect you?" And then him being like, "She's underage. Yeah. Why would I let it affect me?"
It's literally only girls my age.
I wrote Yamcha is a based king. And then I had to go back and delete it because as soon as he wakes her up, "I love you." And it's like, Yamcha, what? You were the chosen one.
To be fair, he's still based. Yeah. It's a little creepy that was his plan to get her not to hate him. But also, who's to know how many more times that he's going to come face to face with her? And also, she likes Goku now. I don't think she's thinking about Yamcha at all.
Yeah.
I think it's a flash in the pan.
You're right.
What happened? But it is still kind of where did that? You could have gone with any other excuse.
You could have been with, "You tried to blast me. I'm so sorry."
Yeah, I wanted to apologize.
Was the Ox King, but I wanted to make sure you were okay.
But no, he just jumps to, "I love you." It's like, what are you doing, Yamcha?
You were the chosen one. You were the only not creepy guy on this show.
Well, that's how it got good.
Yeah.
I mean, I still like to think that Yamcha's not creepy. Yeah. I just think it feels like one of those things where quick, gotta think of a plan.
Punches himself in the nuts.
I love you. Yeah. it's like, oh.
That reminds me, I was watching this comedian, Josh Johnson, not to go on a tangent. He was talking about, it was about, stuff going on in current day political stuff. But he was talking about, he brought up the scenario and compared it to something that's happening right now. And he was talking about how his friend was able to stay at home by himself for a little bit. He's a latchkey kid. Yeah. Where after school he's able to go home and make himself a snack and stuff. His parents apparently had left out some wine, and so he made himself a small glass of wine to try to drink it. But then he got so scared that he accidentally dropped the whole thing of wine and it broke on the carpet. Yeah. And so what he thinks is, "Oh crap, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do?" He goes outside, grabs a rock, and throws it through the window, but from the inside going out. And then he's like, wait a minute, it would have came from the other way. So then he runs outside, throws the rock inside, grabs all the glass pieces and throws them all over the ground. And then his parents come home and like, what happened? He's like, somebody threw a rock through the window. And they're like, oh my gosh, you see who it was? And he's like, yeah, I did see who it was. And so then they call the cops, and they're like, who threw it through the wall? And it's like, this guy in a truck. And he's like, what color was the truck? What kind of truck was it? So then it's like this whole investigation, all for him to be like, Mom, Dad, I'm sorry, it was me. I dropped the wine.
I dropped the wine, and then I threw a rock, and then threw a rock again.
Yeah, and it's like, that's what it reminds me of. It's like, come fast, think of a plan. Throws the rock through the window.
There's a comic panel with like Spider-Man where he's like, quick, gotta hide this. And like he's like his sensors going off, and he just throws like whatever he was trying to hide out the window. He's like, wrong answer.
Yeah.
It's like, not that. It's like even a man with the greatest reflexes in the world still does a stupid panic moment.
Yeah, every once in a while.
It's like every now and then you just do something stupid.
Yeah, it's like, no, I'm dropping my phone onto the carpet. What can I do to stop this from happening? Kick it into the wall.
Yeah. No, it's definitely one of those things where it's just like, I give Yamcha a pass for now. If it happens again, you can't fool me twice.
Yamcha return.
Yeah, so I would like to say, I give him a pass. I think it was a panic reaction. I'm going to view it as that, given his track record since we've gotten to know him as a character.
Yeah, I will allow that to be the case.
That's my headcanon.
That lets me add back to my notes that Yamcha is a based king.
That lets me feel good about liking this character.
Yeah, for sure. So now to start getting towards our wrap up, worst part, best part. What was your worst part of that?
Worst part. Honestly, episode 1 didn't really have a worst part. I mean, I guess if you're gonna the first episode we watched, episode 7.
Yeah.
Didn't really have a worst part outside of obviously the Yamcha panic moment with Chi-Chi, but as we've gone, I think it's just a lapse in judgment, nothing going on. Yeah. Definitely the worst part overall, and the worst part for the second episode is definitely the oolong, the moment that was actually cut from the original English premiere.
The oolong flashing Roshi. Yeah. I'll let you have that as the worst part. I guess to not monkey off of your worst part would probably go the whole, why is Bulma still in a bunny outfit? It's been almost 4 episodes now. Like a
low key, like, get her out of the bunny outfit, please.
Please. She's like.
Was it just like easier to draw for Akira? Did like he's like, I just want to be lazy and not draw her in different because like really honestly, she'd worn a slightly different outfit a lot in this show. It's like this is the most consistent she's looked in an outfit recently. So it's one of those things where it's just like maybe she just got lazy. Like, I just don't want to draw anything other than a bunny suit. It's so easy to draw.
Yeah. Best part. What was your best part of the episodes?
If
you had to pick one ones. Best part out of the 2 episodes.
Out of both combined?
Yeah.
I think you got to go with the debut of the Kamehameha.
I was going to say, if that's not the best part, that's got to be the best part. It is. I guess, like, since you took that one, I'll use the honorable mention because I agree. The Kamehameha,
Kamehameha,
seeing it in action
for the first time,
so cool.
Honestly, great first debut for one of the most iconic things ever in Dragon Ball. I think it's arguably the most iconic move that this show has.
It might be more iconic than Goku. Like, it's arguable, but it might
It's
be.
Up there. It's certainly more iconic than, like, any of the Super Saiyan forms. Yeah. Like, obviously, you hear about those more, like, hype because they're more recent. But this is, when you think of Dragon Ball, you think of 2 things. You think of Goku, and you think of Kamehameha.
Yeah, and, like, even us, like, I remember in daycare and in grade school and in early middle school.
You would do it.
You
didn't even know where it was from. You would just do it.
Yeah, we'd be at daycare hanging out, and you just have people shooting Kamehamehas at each other. And it's like, we don't even know what that is.
Like, every daycare, every school, every class had at least one kid who had watched enough Dragon Ball to do it. And then everyone was like, that's cool. And then you copied it. Yeah. And then for the rest of the school year, everyone was doing it until the next year.
Yeah, and then everybody's like, but what is it? Your parents would be like, what are you doing? You're like, I don't know. I learned it at school.
It's really cool, though.
It's cool, isn't it? And then your parents are like, yeah, it's cool. No, they don't actually. Yeah. They don't actually think it's cool. They're probably looking at you like kids these days. This is like the Sigma mode.
Just looked down, the cat stepped on my phone and just messed with. Luckily, we're done using my notes. I'll fix it in a second. It was really funny. Typed a bunch of V's everywhere.
But an honorable mention, best part for me. Every time Pilaf, May, and Shu show up, it's a good
moment. Again, comic relief. They are perfect comic relief that at some point are gonna probably become some sort of threat. You would like to think they're set up as being the big threat of the show so far.
I mean, I know that we've brought it up a couple times, but this is called the Pilaf saga.
Yeah.
Meaning, just to give you a little bit of reference for going forward, every saga
is named after the main villain.
After whatever bad guy's gonna show up.
I know that because the Boo saga, things beyond Dragon Ball. Things years in the future.
Yeah.
But I do know how people refer to sagas.
Yeah.
In
So
the show.
this being called the Pilaf saga means that Pilaf is the big bad, and it's so far he might be one of my favorite characters because he's so freaking funny.
Also, he's had 10 to 15 minutes of total screen time in these episodes. These 8 episodes.
The first 8 episodes.
You're being generous. I'm being a little generous because there's 1 or 2 episodes he doesn't show up. Obviously, May and Shu do.
He didn't show up in episode 8. He didn't show up in episode 6.
Yeah, so I might be being a little too generous for how much time he's got. Obviously, May and Shu have a little bit more.
Yeah. But I really love that part, going back to it on the honorable mention. Them being it would just be really nice if one time you could just say, and then says the whole, oh, it's okay. Failure's moving towards success, and you're going to be all right. We'll get it.
Yeah, it's a spy business. Sometimes you got to fail, or failures to be expected.
Yeah, and then they go to it. He's eating. He says the same thing. Oh, boss, really? And he's like, no,
you idiots.
You think I would actually think that? Just perfect cut.
Gotcha.
Because they cut right to it. It's literally after they say that, smash cut to him saying it, and they'd be like, oh, that's a relief, and he's like, just kidding. It's just what, this is so fun.
I love it. They're so every time they're on screen, it's so funny.
You're just ready. It's time to laugh.
Here comes the comic relief. Obviously, everyone on the show has funny moments. Everyone has a moment where you chuckle so far. Even side characters you meet for 1 episode will make you laugh. That, again, I cannot overstate how surprised I am by how funny the show actually is. The amount of chuckles it gets out of me.
When you think of Dragon Ball Z, when you think about that in the guys, you think about it as
hardcore action show. All these awesome fight scenes.
People powering up for episodes.
Goku has to beat this dude or everyone's going to die.
Yeah, and it's no. To start out, it's a fetch quest with a lot of humor.
Yeah. And a fetch quest that's going by abnormally fast.
That was our last point. You brought this up while we were watching it.
We are 8 episodes in, and the only Dragon Ball they're missing is the one that Pilaf has.
Yeah. It's oh, well, we've got 6. 1 more to go.
It's is it going to take us 60 minutes, 60 more episodes to get this Dragon Ball? How long is it going to take us to be... Obviously, we do get a hint that it's going to take a little bit longer to get the next one. Because she had to go to, super long range to find the Dragon Ball.
It's going to take us a few episodes to get to Pilaf. And then it's going to take a few episodes to probably beat Pilaf, if we had to guess. Yeah. So we're thinking maybe 4 episodes.
That's how it feels.
Yeah, it feels like we're moving at breakneck.
If you could have one complaint about Dragon Ball, it's man, it is the pacing these first couple episodes is insanely fast.
But the funny thing is that
but it's going by pretty well.
Culturally, everybody talks about how slow episodes can be. Where it's you'll watch an episode of I've been watching Dragon Ball Z back recently, and it's a part of this show. It's 6 hours have passed, and we're 20 episodes into these 6 hours. But then at the same breath, you'll watch a couple episodes and it's 6 years have passed between these 3 episodes. And it's oh, we're just jumping.
Or what's the joke? It's oh, characters charging up their super move. Going to be 2 more episodes before they let go of it. That's a joke. That's a joke about modern day Dragon Ball. It's
but then
starts powering up a spirit bomb, and he's powering it up for 2 episodes before he launches it on the dude.
Yeah. And then but then at the same breath, you're watching this, and it's they have this fetch quest is going extraordinarily well.
It's like the D&D party that gets distracted really easily, but they have that one super overpowered character that just clears the dungeon in 5 minutes.
Yeah,
they do 12 hour 4 sessions worth of work in 20 minutes because one dude can just do everything.
Yeah, it's a critique.
That's what it feels.
It's a critique of the show, but also a point of power of the show is that, like, yeah, it is very...
Every episode, you are getting things done.
Yeah, these episodes go by at a breakneck pace.
Yeah.
But at
like,
the same time, like, that feels like a critique because it's like, wow, this whole fetch quest is going to be done before we reach, like, episode 20.
But it's also to its own benefit of, like, you're never bored during an episode because so much is happening.
Yeah, so much is happening all at once.
Very rarely do I get the feel of like, man, I should check some stuff on my phone because, like, if I look away, I'm gonna miss 30 seconds of very important moments.
Yeah, you were writing down a note, and I had to be like, oh, by the way, this happened. It was when Pilaf electrocuted May and Shane.
Yeah, I missed him getting electrocuted through the fort
because
I was typing something. It was like, that happens.
Hey, by the way, Pilaf just got shocked too.
I heard it, but I didn't see it.
But yeah, so like it is like a negative, but also a positive.
It's a very good positive. Like I would say it's more positive than not because I mean there are animes out there. There are animes out there that people complain about pacing.
Yeah.
I don't want to dog on a couple, but some of the more iconic ones are when there is filler. You got One Piece. One Piece has a decent amount of filler. Naruto kind of is probably the more iconic of the two. Yeah. Of like, if you shorten Naruto to just the important like non-filler episodes, you lose a couple like 100 some odd episodes or something crazy like that. And then Pokemon kind of has it too, especially early seasons of Pokemon. Like I know they spend 20 episodes. Like it might be an exaggeration, but it's like 20 episodes in Viridian Forest.
No,
or like a crap ton.
No, not
or something
really,
like that. I think it's like a hyperbolic joke.
later seasons of Pokemon have that. That first season, like I think they're in Viridian Forest for like 2 episodes.
Yeah, but like I think the joke is that it feels like they're in there for that long.
But maybe. Maybe we will get to a point later on where Dragon Ball has those filler points. But like right now, it's moving.
Yeah, because like right now, even if you could categorize any of these episodes as filler, which I mean, like so far, not really.
The only one that I would say might be filler is the episode where we meet Roshi. But like even then, like plot stuff happens.
Yeah,
but
important things happen.
It's plot stuff that could happen in like half an episode. That's like spread out over a full episode.
Yeah, that's the only episode you can kind of critique like that.
Yeah,
but it's still like an important episode. Yeah. It's the only episode you can argue drags on. Part of that is because it's your first time meeting Roshi, and he's kind of a creepy old man.
Roshi sucks. Can we skip over this crappy nasty stuff?
Can we just give them the cloud and move along with their lives, please?
They've smashed A through all of this dialogue, and all that pops up is blah.
Time for my Pokemon player simulator.
Yeah.
Let me not read any of the dialogue. Yeah. Just give me the item.
Any more final notes you want to talk about real quick, or do you want to go ahead and wrap this up?
I think we hit. I mean, I think we hit everything that I had like written down. Like hit the bunny suit. We hit the real Master Roshi, where he's like joking about like having to show his card. Like, there's not much I wrote down that we haven't already hit. So I think that's about everything I could.
All right. Well, then moving forward into our little bit, gonna give the call to actions, which is. Go out there, find us on any of those. We're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, we're on TikTok at Becoming Saiyans Pod.
Yeah.
Find us wherever you get your podcast. Share us with your friends. Download us, please.
We are on YouTube. I know that we're on that.
Now you can now watch us on YouTube. Subscribe.
Listen to us on YouTube.
Yeah. Share us with as many people as you think might like us, and even some people you don't think will like us.
And again, reach out to us on socials and give us tips on how to make this better, or if you or let's let us know how we're doing. Yeah, because I mean, we
are very open to criticism. We've also been pretty self-critical. So if you're listening to this now, there's only been a few weeks since the first couple episodes, and this one comes out. Just to tell you. Some behind-the-scenes stuff, and this is our first time boosting the volume on our mics because we realized we were really quiet.
Yeah. And honestly, it probably will not be the last time we mess with mic setups. Like I guarantee, give us your feedback, please. We need it. We want it. We just want to. We want to feel heard. Like we're actually making people's day better because we know you're listening to it.
So and if you're in those
those foreign countries that don't speak English and are somehow listening to us,
we
are
can
also enjoying
translate.
it. We do have Google Translate over here in America.
I know it's not great. I know it's like spitting in your face saying we're going to Google Translate what you said. But
it's better than...
we can do it.
Yeah, it is better than not, you know.
Yeah.
So if you like I said, just reach out to us. We do have an Instagram, so you can.
Instagram is more his thing.
And we also have Gmail, becomingsaiyinspod@gmail.com, where you can reach out to us there with any sort of suggestions, any notes, anything you want to talk to us about. We are going to be more than open to being. And actually, it's becomingsaiyans@gmail.com.
Yeah.
So forget that I said that first part.
Yeah. Again, we want your feedback because it lets us know how we can make it better for you. And better for anybody else who might be in the audience or joining the audience,
Yeah.
It helps us get better.
And I know right now we're probably mostly talking to friends and family.
Yeah.
But for all those friends and family, it's like those text chains from back in the day. If you share us with 5 people and tell those 5 people to share us with 5 people.
Yeah. Think of it as what the Facebook post you're going to share tomorrow.
Yeah.
Share us too.
Yeah.
Like we both have posted on Facebook.
On our personal Facebook profile.
Yeah.
Share us out with all your friends and family. Push us as much as you can. That's the only way we're gonna make this thing bigger and better. And that's the goal, is to keep doing it. And if you don't do it, we're still gonna be here to release this to the the people who listen to it every day too.
It cost us practically nothing to do this.
Yeah.
And because we just want, and also even if it did cost us a little bit to do it, we would still do it because we want to anyways.
Yeah,
like we're gonna be here. It's fun to come over and watch Dragon Ball and do this.
Yeah, and it's also fun to share us with your friends so that everybody can be involved in it. So
the more the merrier. That's how it works.
I'm gonna look up the next 2 episodes so that you're ready for it. And then we'll sign off real quick. The next 2 episodes of Dragon Ball would happen to be the episodes 9 and 10 of Boss Rabbit's Magic Touch and The Dragon Balls Are Stolen. Those are the next 2 episodes.
That's a little bit of a spoiler.
Next week. And with that gives you your call to watch. And we've given you our calls to action. And so with that, thank you for listening. I have been Truman.
And I have been Jessie.
And our adventure will continue next week. Bye.
Bye.